Hello. Welcome to Everyday People. I am your host, Dr. J. Lorraine, and today our topic is going to be lupus. I have with me today, my guest is Jamaica, and she has been diagnosed with lupus as well as another infirmity. I'll tell you my story later on. I have also been diagnosed with lupus, but right now we're going to talk about Jamaica. So I understand that you have lupus or was diagnosed with lupus. And there was another pre existing condition prior to that?
Yes, it is called dermatomyositis. It short-term a muscular disease slash autoimmune deficiency. They actually consider it to be a cousin of lupus because the symptoms in the how do I say it? The complications, if you would, the complications that you go through as far as the pain, the muscle aches, the weakness, the fatigue, um, rashes. Sometimes you get little sores under your skin.
Mm-hmm.
They may look like beauty marks,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't get them anywhere on your body. They
Mm-hmm.
don't hurt or anything like that. But
So tell me, in layman's terms, in terms that other people can understand, what is lupus?
lupus is it's an autoimmune deficiency. It attacks the skin,
Mm-hmm.
the muscles. It can attack your internal organs like your lungs, your liver, kidneys, heart, anything. Some people do not get it to that severity.
Mm-hmm.
If you catch it at a certain point, it can be treated with oral steroids or
Mm-hmm.
what I get is called immunoglobulin.
Mm-hmm.
We call it IVIG.
Mm-hmm.
I get it 2 days every 4 weeks.
How has now I know from personal experience that the pain is so severe
Yes,
that it's debilitating.
it is.
Now, I had been diagnosed with lupus arthritis, which it's in the blood, not in the joints.
Right.
So it's a disease that affects the blood, and if it affects the blood, it affects all parts of your
Correct.
body.
Correct.
How do you deal with the pain of lupus?
Um, it's a mindset. You have to get, once you get past the point of, okay, this is something that I have to deal with, it's here, you have to first admit that it is. It is what it is. Get it in your mind that you have it, it doesn't have you.
Mm-hmm.
Learn how to control it. You have to stay on a healthy diet.
Mm-hmm.
You have to treat your body right, even more so than a person that doesn't have any health issues. Dealing with the pain, a lot of times I do have to take pain medication, but at this point in my life, I've gotten to the point to where I pray.
Mm-hmm.
I pray. I've asked God to heal me. I know I'm walking in my healing day. Every day I get up, I confess it. I have it written all over my house. I keep it in my bathroom, on my bedroom, on my refrigerator. I confess it. I believe it in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that God has healed me. So I know that I have to walk in it. And once you get it in your mind, yes, you're going to still have that physical pain. I'm not going to say it's going to necessarily completely go away at that time. Not that God can't do it. I know He can. But I also believe, we go through these things, certain things in life for a reason. And it's not about us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing you have to understand. It's not about you because they can't even tell you how you got it.
Right.
It's unexplainable.
Right. Now, with me, in my research, I found that deficiency in vitamin D or D3 is contributes to that.
Yes.
So for me, I am as well walking in my healing. Matter of fact, last year the specialist could not find any lupus in my system anymore. However, matter of fact, I know what was happening on the onset when it began. I was disobedient. I have to be honest with you. I was disobedient. I was in school. I was in full-time ministry, worked full-time. My mother had a stroke, was in and out of the hospital and healthcare facilities doing rehabilitation. I wasn't resting. And I was starting a business. I wasn't resting. And I knew that I was in violation of a directive from the Holy One. That is to take a day of rest. I wasn't taking a day of rest. And I was warned. And let me just get this done. Well, let me just get that done. And that's when it set in.
And it does. And you have to. It's a must, because doctors have told me, really, they said, you should sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Your body requires half of the entire day for you to sleep and function properly. But in reality, I can't sleep 12 hours out of the day
Girl,
and
I
be
sure
productive.
would love to try.
When you have a child, you have a life, you have things you have to do.
Right.
In order to keep going. And I was like, that's just not possible. I have a 13-year-old daughter. It's not going to happen. I know.
But it is very important
Rest,
for us
yes.
to take a day of rest and actually keep that Sabbath. I know a lot of us don't keep a Sabbath. But since that time, the best thing that came out of it is that I started honoring the Sabbath. And if I get if I can feel it trying to come back when I am stressed, when I am physically tired or physically stressed, or if emotional stresses come on. Now, I don't emotionally stress anything about myself. It's usually my family. So that means that there has to be some lines of separation.
Yes.
You got to carry your own burden.
Yes.
Keep it to yourself, work out your own salvation, because I physically cannot handle it.
And I have learned that over the years, because I guess I've always been that person that was willing to listen and
internalize other people's stuff.
And I would internalize it, and it would be, Jamaica was dead weight. And it's like a light came on one day, and I'm like, I can't do nothing. I can't handle that.
Right.
If it's things in my own life that I can handle, I can't pick up somebody else's stuff and carry it for them.
Right. And it's one thing to help someone bear a burden. It's something else to take somebody else's. And people like to give their stuff because they see you operate so well. They like to give their stuff to you.
Yes.
But you have to, all of us have to learn how to give our stuff to God.
Yes, turn everything.
Yes, so I've been clear, but I have to be careful. I can feel myself starting to ache, and then I'll repent and I get someone to sit down. And I'm fine, and I don't have to take anything. I'm not on any meds or anything for it. And I understand that it's been 3 weeks.
It has been 3 weeks. I was very proud of myself and so very grateful to God, because it has been 17 years of medication nonstop daily. And I got to that point where I'm like, Lord, this is not of you, and I don't want to be on medication for the rest of my life.
Because you have other situations or what they call side effects that the medicine causes.
Yes. And
so you have to learn how to deal with it. Now, can I tell you something that I haven't shared with a lot of people? I felt like I was under attack. the pain, and I'm a warrior at heart. So if I come under attack, you best believe I'm gonna attack you back.
That's right.
So I looked at it from a generational curse. I looked at it from a nutritional deficiency, and I looked at it from which was natural. I looked at it from its spiritual, and I looked at it from, and I attacked it naturally, and I attacked it spiritually. And in the process of time, I got a clean bill of health. So I definitely know that lupus can be overcome.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people want to say, well, perhaps it's just in remission. Well, according to your faith, it'll be done unto you. But it's definitely needs to be a higher level of awareness of this disorder, this disease,
Yes.
because it's very debilitating.
Yes, that's why I even today I spoke with a young lady, and she even encouraged me the more. She said, I would be grateful to help you because we have a Memphis chapter here.
For the Lupus Foundation.
For the Lupus Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not active.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing any walks or, any promoting
Mm-hmm.
or advertising as far as making people aware. And she even told me, she said, if you get involved, I'll stand behind you. I don't know this lady from
Mm-hmm.
the wind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I will help you. She said, because just by us conversating and me giving my testimony to
Mm-hmm.
her, she said, people need to be more aware.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it is popping up, especially in the African American community,
Mm-hmm.
in African American women,
Okay.
I've noticed the statistics have gotten very higher.
Mm-hmm.
We need more awareness. Knowledge is a very powerful thing, and if we know how to strategically
guard against it.
Yeah,
and
be ready.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and get the rest. And I think it's also important too for families, because if you're living with someone, it will affect the whole
Yes.
family.
It does.
It'll affect the whole family.
It does. And I tell you, I thank God because I tell any and everybody, I have a dream team. I call
Okay.
them my dream team. My parents, my child. You have to have strength to watch your loved one. And especially, I know that I'm loved. There's no doubt in my mind the love that they have for me. To stand with me, stay there, go through. Even because, like I said, the medicine has some side effects. And there's some days when your eye may have been real ugly.
Pain make you mean, girl.
It does.
Pain makes you mean.
It will. But yet, they didn't leave me.
Right.
They never left me. And that's why I said I'm grateful to God. I couldn't ask for such better parents. My baby, I tell them I got some ride or die chicks with me. And I love them. And I wouldn't trade them for I don't care what nobody says. God knew exactly what I was going to need in this journey. And I'm grateful.
Wow.
I'm very grateful.
Well, to this listening audience, if you have family members with lupus, learn more about it. Do some research. Learn more about it. And be patient with them. And sometimes they may need you to do some things for them that they cannot do for themselves. Just be patient and pray for them. And we will continue to pray and get involved with I'll commit with you to get involved with the Lupus Foundation as well, because it's very important, and it needs to be dealt with, and people need to know that there is a support system or a support group for lupus. Well, thank you for coming and sharing with me today. And everyday people are an extraordinary people. See you soon. Thank you.